Good evening. Good evening, everybody. How are you? I'm really sorry I'm late. I was busy talking to my pal Louise and I lost track of time. How stupid is that? I don't usually do that, do I? But sorry about that. I'm sure that none of you were waiting with bated breath to watch me, but if you were, I'm really sorry. So it's great to be here Tuesday night. I was going to do the live from the house tonight because I did my live in my group today from the house because so much has happened. But it's bucketing down outside and I didn't want to be trotting down the street with my tripod in the pouring rain. So anyway, I'm here in the flat. I'll only be in the flat for another 2 or 3 weeks. So all the lives will be from the house then. So that's fine. You'll see lots of different backgrounds. So welcome. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 C's. But before I do, I want to introduce myself like I always do. For those of you that might not know me that are watching tonight, so I am Mandy Nicholson and I am the creative genius consultant, artist and author, and I help creative women to launch, grow and scale their businesses and make more money. And that's what I want to talk to you about tonight, making more money in 2022, because this is a really crucial time. Now, this time right now, November, December, that you should be making sure that you've got the 3 C's. And the 3 C's are clarity, confidence, and control. And those 3 things are what are going to set you up for 2022. So let me talk to you about the 3 C's. Now, this morning in my private group, which is the Creative Genius Corner, if you want to join, then please Google that, find me on Facebook and request to join. I'd be delighted to have you if you are a creative lady. So let's talk about the 3 C's. The first of the 3 C's is clarity. And, you know, anything that's described in this way is done so that we as humans can easily sort things out in our heads. If you're thinking about the 3 C's, you're thinking about 3 things that you can do to make your business better in 2022. So the first C is clarity. And clarity is about knowing exactly where you are going. It's about vision. Are you really crystal clear at this point of 2021 where you want to take your business in 2022? Do you have financial targets for next year already set? Do you know what you want to achieve in your business in quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and for the whole of next year? Have you really given the clarity to your business? What's your mission statement? What's your vision? And what is the clarity of the year that you are heading towards right now? We are trundling towards 2022. And we are coming out of a really difficult 2 years with the pandemic. It's been a real struggle for a lot of people and things have changed. And what's changed with the things around us is our behavior. We've relaxed a lot more. We've taken a bit of a lean back. Some of us have, not everybody, because those that have kept running at 100 miles an hour and really focused on their business and been really clear about what they wanted to achieve have been successful, particularly in the online space through this pandemic. And what I want for you in 2022 is for you to be crystal clear about what you want to achieve next year. There's power in a new year. There's power in closing the doors on 2021 and opening the doors on a new year. It gives you the opportunity to rethink your business, to rethink what you do, to rethink your goals, and go in powered up, ready to change things. So the first C is clarity, and that is vision. So what is your vision? Have you set your goals? Yeah. What is your vision for 2022? The second C of the 3 C's is confidence. So here's my message to you. You can absolutely achieve all of your financial goals. What if your financial goals were to make £1 million next year? Is that possible? It's absolutely possible. The first first of all, you got to have the vision, which is the clarity. And secondly, you need to have the confidence. And the confidence part of the 3 C's is just pure the self-belief that you can do that. What is £1 million business over 12 months? It's less than £100,000 a month. You need to understand your numbers and you need to understand what it is you want to achieve. Maybe you don't want £1 million, maybe you want £100,000 business next year. So that's less than £10,000 a month. That's absolutely doable. What is it that you want to achieve? And do you really believe that you can do it? So the second C in the 3 C's is for confidence. And that for me sits with the absolute self-belief that you can do it. And the third C in the 3 C's is control. So let me talk to you about control. Life is not something that we control. It's out of control. Life is going to happen in its way no matter what we do. And there will always be a curveball thrown at you. Life can be difficult at times, but you can implement some control by having a plan. And the control part of the 3 C's is to make sure that you've got really clear goals and a plan. So those 3 things, clarity, confidence, and control. Vision, let's translate them into a really clear vision, the clarity, really clear vision, the self-belief that you can achieve it, which is the confidence part, and the plan and the goals that sit behind your vision and your self-belief. It's 3 very, very simple things. These are not complicated things, but actually there's a lot of work involved in getting your vision to a point where you really know what it is you want to achieve. So I talked about this in my group this morning. I'm going to be talking about it a lot. I talked about planners last week, and have you got your planner yet for 2022? And have you completed it? Have you got your quarters planned? Have you got your year planned? Do you know what's happening? Have you done your vision board? This is the time of year that you should be looking at all these things in business. So what I'm about to launch this week and heavily from next week is that normally within my signature program, the Creative Mastermind, annually I run a 3-hour vision board and goal setting workshop for the new year. And I always do it at the end of November. And this year, for the very, very first time ever, I've decided to open that up publicly. I've never done that before. So there's a link in the comments if you are interested in the vision board and goal setting workshop. It's £99. It's a special price. It will be going on to Teachable for £249. So it will be a live session on Zoom for 3 hours, and we will be talking all things vision, creating a vision board, creating a really substantive plan that sits at the back of the vision board, and then setting the goals for 2022, goals that you can actually take action on. So how do you create vision? How do you do that? And I talked about that a little bit earlier on today. Vision is about the things that you want to do in your life that excite you. Obviously, I'm on a big vision quest at the moment. And remember, my vision board 2 years ago was the very first time that I stuck a castle on it. And I want to make this really crystal clear. In 2009, when I lost everything and hit rock bottom, I had a very, very clear vision of buying my dream home. And that sat on my vision board in one way, shape or form or another for 10 years before I actually achieved buying my dream home for cash. But I did it. And that vision board changed each year, but I had a really good quality plan at the back of it. And I achieved that in 2019, 10 years later, which meant that I had real confidence in the vision planning process, creating that clarity of where I wanted to go and having this big vision. First of all, it made me believe, self-belief, that I was allowed to have a big vision. It also gave me the skills and the tools that I needed to get me from where I was to where I wanted to be. And actually, vision boards and planning and setting your clarity, confidence, and control are about taking back the power, and making the decision that there's something in life that you want to go for. So my very first big vision was buying my dream home for cash. And after I bought my dream home for cash in 2019, I was like, right, what's next? And that's when the Scottish Castle went onto my vision board. And I'm on my journey right now. I'm in the process. I'm on a stepping stone towards creating and purchasing that Scottish Castle. You are watching my journey right now. You are watching me manifest and materialize what is on my vision board, because I am crystal clear with my vision. The clarity of vision that I have is so strong that I have the nickname the Castle Lady on social media. That's how clear you need to be. So when we're talking about the 3 C's and I'm talking about clarity, I mean, everybody needs to know what it is that you are going for. You need to know. So think about the things that excite you, the big things that feel out of reach right now. And you will be out of the habit of thinking that big as a grown-up. And I talked about this earlier in my group. You know, when you were a toddler, a child, a teenager, you thought you could take on the world. Teenagers are great. They're invincible. And you thought you could take on the world, and there was no cap and no ceiling on the things that you thought you could do. You would visualize yourself being a famous singer and singing to hundreds of thousands of people on the stage at Wembley. Or maybe you didn't visualize that. Maybe you visualize yourself doing something different. We had big visions and big ideas in those days. And as responsibilities bear heavy on us, as we grow older, as we step into life and we take on responsibility and mortgages and children and all those things, we lose our ability to create visions that really push us. And that's where this clarity comes in of what is it you really want? For me, it was a Scottish Castle. For me, it was a natural progression. When Gary died, when my husband died, there was nothing holding me back from following my dreams. And actually, I've been trying to get back to Scotland for 30 years. I love the history of Scotland. I love castles. It was a natural progression for me to have that on my vision board. So I made it a really crystal clear vision. And I took it even a step further, working with an intuitive coach, pushing my vision further, exploring my subconscious and my superconscious, and asking what it is I really, really wanted, working with the amazing Stella Tudor. Okay, and really pushing the boundaries of what it is I really wanted to achieve. That's the clarity that I wanted to bring into my life, because when you lose somebody or when things change that dramatically in your life, there's a lesson to be learned. And that lesson is, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? The self-belief, the confidence and the self-belief, so the second C, the confidence part of it, came from actually achieving what was on my vision board previously. When you start to get into the habit of creating crystal clear visions and having measures for them and knowing that they have really substantive plans at the back of them, then you can measure your success. And as you can measure success, and see things materialize, and I know somewhere I have a photograph of my vision board with the house on it, with my dream home on it. And on that particular vision board, it's got big ticks all over it because I achieved everything on that vision board before I created the one with the castle on. That's how crystal clear my vision was. Everything on there was ticked off, and I was ready for something bigger. So we're going into 2022, and the numbers 2022 are actually really quite meaningful, and they are indicative of hope being on the way, hope being on the horizon, and that we're going to be manifesting our dreams and desires. It's a really hugely positive year. If you go and look up the numerology on 2022 and angel number 2022, you will find that it's going to be a hugely positive year for manifesting the things that you want in your life. So there's never been a more important time to go into the new year completely crystal clear on what you want to achieve. And I mean crystal clear in finite detail, which is why I wanted to talk about the 3 C's tonight. I am going to constantly mention this tonight. The clarity in your mind, the vision that you need in your business, and the confidence that wherever we've been in the last 2 years, because we are in this state at the moment, this state of just being accepting of the status quo, of having conformed to what the government have demanded of us. And actually, there's a huge potential out there for us in the online world in business, and there's never been a better time to be successful. But you need to know what you want to achieve. This is what's important. Then you need to believe that you can. So I'm entering the new year next year. My first job of the new year is going to be my January 5-day challenge on the 10th of January. So that's coming up. Watch for the information on that coming out through all of my pages. So I'm going to hit the new year as I mean to go on with a 5-day challenge and bring in some new women into my program. And the ladies that joined me in September are, the change I've seen in them already is absolutely amazing. They're a cracking bunch of women who are going to be so successful, and they're an absolute joy to work with. So do you want to be part of that in 2022? I've got this vision board planning workshop, the link is in the comments, that is going to help you to really create your vision and create some goals, because you can have the confidence to go into next year. Clarity, confidence, and control. Okay, clarity, confidence, and control. Having the vision, having the self-beliefs, creating the plan and the goals that support it. Those are the 3 things that I want you to leave 2021 absolutely nailed with. So if you want any more information on that, so here's some things you can do now. If you're not already in my group, get yourself in my group, Creative Genius Corner. There's not a link for it in the comments. You can find it, Creative Genius Corner. You'll find me. It'll be on my profile. Think about doing the workshop. Definitely join me on my free 5-day challenge in January, because I want you going into 2022 with the 3 C's absolutely nailed, so that you know what you're going to be achieving this time next year. Would it not be great this time next year to be looking at your financial performance and seeing that you've hit the 6 figures that you really desire in your business? Would you not love to be doing that? Would that not feel really great this time in 2022 to be looking at your figures in your business and seeing those 6 figures that you never thought you could achieve? Because they're absolutely achievable. So the question is to you, what are you going to do differently as of now that's going to change what this time next year looks like for you? So let me know. Come and join me in the group. Think about what you want to do. There's lots available right now, but if you go into 2022 without this clarity, then nothing's going to change. That's all I'm going to say to you. So have a wonderful week. Hugely positive this week, because I believe everybody can change anything, anytime they want to. And the change starts with you. So if you're watching this, you've already started. Yeah. If you take action on this, then you know what? You're on your way. So I will see you the same time next week. Could be from the flat, could be from the house. And I will, in the next couple of weeks, do a proper tour of the house on one of my lives once I get in there, so that you can have a good look around and a good nosy, because I know I'm putting snippets on stories and on my social media pages, but I'll take you for a proper look around. I did do that in my group this morning a little bit. And I will see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Really think about that 3 C's, the clarity, yeah, and your confidence and your control, and what are you going to take? What are you going to take action on tonight? Don't put it off any longer. Take action tonight. I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye for now.